You're listening to episode 49 of Let's Go Comic Show. On this episode, we talk about Nick Cage finally playing Superman, DC's Black Label, the top 10 green comic book characters, and more. This is episode 49 of the Let's Go Comic Show. My name is Justin.
And I'm Matt.
Oh my gosh, dude. This show almost didn't happen today.
Almost?
Almost didn't happen.
Got that close, huh?
It got so close. I was like, body cannot possibly move anymore today. I worked harder than I have in my entire life today. Physically. I think so.
Body's telling you
My
no.
body's telling me no, but my mind was telling me yes. It's the flip of that. I was like,
right.
There's so much to talk about today. We have to record. We got to make this happen. And so I'm glad
Here
we did.
we are.
And I feel energized now. I feel like it is time to do what we do best. And that is to talk about comic books, comic book movies, comic book TV shows, everything in the world of comics. Matt, do you agree with this statement?
Yes, my name is Matt, and I agree with this statement.
Do you feel that our rating system will provide us a great way to communicate the things that we speak about today?
Yeah, it's a framework for all of our opinions that we're going to be giving you. Because, I mean, you can look up all this news on your own, but
for sure,
you can't hear our opinions on it, though.
Nope, you can't.
Not going to get that on those comic book blogs.
Yep, you can only hear about what Matt and Justin think in your ear hole. So that's how.
Right here, right now.
Right here, right now. So we're going to give it a rating of gotta go, let's go, a go, or don't go. And if it's completely the worst thing ever, Will's going to say, man, that's just straight up trash juice.
Indeed.
Dude, speaking of trash juice, I encountered actual trash juice last week.
Oh, hey.
It was really gross. And I was like, oh, dude.
Not in your pants.
There's not in your pants, but just trash. I was like, oh my gosh, it's trash juice. And someone's like, that's the grossest thing I ever heard. I'm like, so you know, I saw trash juice.
It's context,
I was
man.
kind of like, bing. Like, give me $1.
Trademark.
Whoever says trash juice. That goes to the Let's Go Incorporated. All right. So we're just going to jump into some news today. Dude, first off, my heart's a little sad. I didn't get to go to the comic store today. That's how busy I was.
That kind of a day.
Dude, literally, you know what I did on my lunch? I laid on the ground. I laid on the ground on my lunch. I ate a sandwich, and I laid on the ground.
Oh, man.
That was it. I was like, I'm going to look at these gray clouds. They turn into blue and white clouds later, but
sometimes that's what you need for a break, you know?
Dude,
you can't always be on the move. You got to rest.
Dude, I was done, dude. I felt like Batman in Justice League when Superman threw him on the ground. And I was like, oh, something's definitely bleeding. That's how I felt today.
I was thinking like maybe you had to have that Kryptonian regeneration suit and just kind of soak up those rays.
That's what I need to do. I did that in my bathtub. I rejuvenated myself in my bathtub, but instead of Kryptonian generated rays, it was I don't know, some type of rose
Kryptonian
petal,
cereals in there,
rose petal bath salts or something. I don't know. I didn't eat them though, so didn't want to have a zombie outbreak. So anyways, we have so much to talk about today. So much news. Remember last week?
We're like, hey, something's going to happen as soon as
something's going to happen, and everything flipping happened. So let's just jump into some movie news already. So Kristin Wiig, who was rumored to be Cheetah in
Wonder Woman
2, is Cheetah in Wonder Woman 2. So there you go.
Confirmed in a tweet by Patty Jenkins.
Yeah.
I think it was like last Thursday morning.
I think it was. It was Thursday morning. We're like, dang it. All right, there you go. So
yeah, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, cool. I guess people are up in arms about it. Again, like, well, she's a comedian and all that stuff. I'm like, I've seen her in a few movies where she's played like a dramatic role, and I don't
like what movies can you name those?
Freaking The Martian, Secret Life of Walter Mitty, which is more of a weird movie. It wasn't like a comedy, but it was more of like a
but I mean, it wasn't like SNL either.
Yeah, she wasn't like have short little hands on her hand, when she plays the character with the little hands.
Or and like then, Bridesmaids or something like that.
Where she was like a derby doll. Like she was, what was that movie? It had Juno in it. Ellen Page. Ellen Page was like wanting to join roller derby. And
oh yeah, I never saw that one.
That was
I know
a
what you're
fun
talking
movie,
about,
dude. I love that movie. It was a good movie. Anyway, so she was in that too. She played like a mom. I mean, but she wasn't. She was an actress. She was playing a dramatic role. Anyways, people trip out, and you know what? Comedians tend to be some of the best comedic actors. If you look at people like Robin Williams, like of course he was like Mork from Mork, and he did some other crazy stuff. But I mean, go watch Dead Poet Society, and go watch
Patch
Good Will
Adams.
Hunting and Patch Adams. You know,
which was still funny, but I mean, still very dramatic. That's
it was great. He was just a great actor, and so I feel like comedians can tap into different, parts of, I don't know, roles. I don't even know what to say. I can't even think. I was thinking like,
well, I mean, you got to give people
Mr. Mom, like Michael Keaton, freaking Batman. He was Mr. Mom,
Yeah, and you got to give people a chance to just act and do the job. Like if they've been hired, like there's probably something there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or at least like, I don't know, wait for the movie to actually happen. I know that's a crazy idea we throw out there a lot.
So, anywho, I'm totally on board. I don't have any reservations. If I had any reservations, it would have been just like, it would have been kind of cool if it was, I don't know, maybe someone not as well known. But even that's just like me thinking, I'm trying to find a reason. There's no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't care.
It's so out of left field that I like it. And also, it's going to be set in the 80s, rumored to be set in the 80s. That could be really cool.
That could be really cool. Yeah. I mean, I think the idea of like, because you have a few different versions of the character Cheetah from the comics. I'm guessing they're probably going to go for one that like actually looks kind of like a cheetah. You know what I mean? Not wearing like a cheetah suit.
Like she's going to have like a cheetah, like some cheetah boots. And so she's going to be.
But I mean, because I can picture some pretty cool, fight scenes going down between two characters like that. So I'm up for it. And what's funny is I think in the era that I grew up, you know what I mean? Like watching cartoons, coloring books, reading comics, that kind of stuff as a kid in the 80s, like early 90s, like Cheetah was always there. You know what I mean? You had Lex Luthor for Superman. You had the Joker for Batman.
Yeah.
You had Cheetah for Wonder Woman.
Well, it's always been like Cheetah or Ares, but I feel like Cheetah's
Ares
more of the...
seems like more recent, though.
Yeah. Since the 80s, at least.
Really? I don't know. I always remember Cheetah being the representative.
Yeah, I mean, like on Wonder the Super Friends and stuff like that.
Yeah, Super Friends like Legion of Doom and stuff.
So Barbara Minerva is kind of the more, like, I guess, modern version of that character, like the actual Cheetah, like, looking version. But if you go back in like the Silver Age and even like from Super Friends, I don't think it's that same version of the character.
It's like she's wearing like a cheetah costume.
Yeah, she wears a cheetah outfit.
Almost like a slightly more like intense Josie and the Pussycats. Like,
dude, Wonder Woman should just fight Josie and the Pussycats, dude. Boom, there you go.
The ones from the movie.
The ones from that 90s movie that I love, featuring all of Rosario Dawson playing the drums. And Du Jour, oh gosh. Du Jour is the best. Was it you that never seen that?
No.
It was Kelly, huh? Like we were talking about it?
Are you sure?
I feel like Kelly didn't see it.
Kelly Cairns?
Kelly
He had to have seen that.
Dude, Du Jour is the best.
Du Jour was awesome.
Oh, man. Anyways, Barbara Minerva, pretty cool. I hope that, I mean, they're going to have like her be Kristin Wiig, I'm sure. And then do some type of morph or something.
Something happens where, because one of I think it's the Rebirth, actually, even version of the story for Cheetah is she either interrupts or is made to be a part of some sort of like ritual, and she's like an avatar for the Cheetah goddess or something like that. Which I'm like, that would make the most sense because you have like. Well, Barbara Minerva was. So for Rebirth, she's actually someone who is obsessed with trying to find Paradise Themyscira.
Okay.
And she's actually the translator for Wonder Woman when she first comes to the States.
Okay.
And so there's this connection there. So they have kind of like a camaraderie in a relationship. So when something happens to her, she's really bitter that Wonder Woman wasn't there. Like, you promised you would be there to like save me and help me and that kind of stuff. And I'm like, man, that seems like a pretty compelling place to start if they wanted to use that backstory.
There you go. And I can even see the whole, like, if they want to make her a thief of like artifacts, like what's freaking Wonder Woman doing? Looking over artifacts.
Oh,
and like she's kind of like that curator of those things. So it all works.
I almost wonder, because you got to think of ways to make her different than Catwoman.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
Do you know what I mean? Like, hey, she's a cat powers. Thief and like... Yeah, no, that's why I think like there's a really good chance that she's going to have powers.
Yeah, but they can also tie like all the versions of Cheetah together, because the first one I think is more of like a socialite, and she
like a debutante. Is that the right name for it?
I think so. Anyways, I'm excited to see like Kristin Wiig in this role, and it'll be fun. And my only thing is like, okay, so what if they use her and it's set in the 80s? What if they do this Legion of Doom thing that they kind of hinted at the end of
and she's just
Justice League?
Older?
Is she older, or does she die and there's another Cheetah? Or maybe Cheetah's just not in the Legion
Or is
of
she,
Doom?
because her powers like supernatural, supposedly, like maybe she doesn't age.
All right. Well,
That'd be
Matt
an
Ritchie,
easy fix.
Why doesn't Warner Bros. Just hire you?
I know,
Warner Bros.
right?
Hit him up, dude.
Come on, guys. I feel like
He's got some ideas.
could fix a lot of things for you guys.
Oh, well, okay. What would you fix? I think that's another show.
Yeah, that's a whole...
Okay, we're going to do another show called Matt Ritchie Fixes the DC Films Universe.
So, I would say, because you're saying like you're excited for the character and stuff, I'm just excited for another Wonder Woman movie. Like,
yeah.
So whatever that entails, like, sweet, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait. Like, it's going to be here.
Go.
Before we know it.
Yeah, supposedly filming, I think this summer, actually.
Wow, dude. So hopefully we get like a picture of Kristin Wiig as Cheetah, and we don't have to see like weird set photos of Shazam. I know we talked about it last week, but there's just more and more coming out, and we're like,
guys,
come on, guys. Now, I think the suit looks pretty cool. I know you haven't. Have you seen it yet at all? Have you seen any of it? All right, don't look. We won't even ruin it for
okay.
Our good
well, that's
buddy
fine
Matt.
because you know what? Talking about Shazam, Black Panther just broke over $1 billion.
Yeah,
like
crazy,
as
dude.
like an exclamation, not like I'm gonna get
That's
like
crazy.
superpowers by saying
Yeah,
that.
Shazam!
Shazam!
Like, Matt Ritchie, you're still Matt Ritchie. He's like, I'm
Still
still
here.
a man. I am a grown man still. Nothing's happened. I have red pajamas now.
So Black Panther, the
Yeah.
film, still number one in the theaters. By the way, this last weekend,
It's crazy, dude. It's been
And-
like freaking a month almost now.
broke $1 billion in a month.
Yeah.
like that is
Less than a
bananas.
month.
Less than a month?
I think like, yeah, dude. It was,
And they had a huge opening in China, which I think was last week.
Yeah.
And that was one of the markets I know they were kind of little like, oh, we'll see how this goes. But
it's
it was-
handling business, dude.
Yep.
It's making all the money. Dude, okay. The first Marvel movie to hit $1 billion was Avengers. Then it was like Iron Man 3 and then Civil War. And now Black Panther. That's pretty rad.
so
Like,
good.
You know, a movie didn't hit $1 billion.
Oh,
Doesn't even matter. We don't. It's not a comparison.
a lot of other ones.
Many movies. But it's very like, it's very telling that, you know, this character who 2 years ago no one knew who Black Panther was. Something
Yeah.
resonated, dude.
It's pretty cool.
It was because you know why? Here's why. It was a good movie and it had a good cast.
Yep.
There you go.
The singular vision executed well.
You mean they trusted the filmmakers?
Seems that way.
What?
I know, crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah. Anyways, Black Panther, good on you, dude. I hope that they make a sequel. They probably will.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe bet.
I
So
hope that the cheetah's in it. And she
yeah,
shows up.
that'd be great.
She's gonna
Just
steal-
all of the
she's gonna steal the
cat-related
vibranium.
characters.
Yes. All right.
So,
All right.
so another related, as far as it relates to movies. I mean, we still keep getting like tidbits of rumors about a Joker origin story that's separate from regular DC
What do you
universe
think about
continuity.
that, by the way?
Here's the thing. Almost anything they announce, I'm not going to be excited about initially anymore.
Yeah.
And the fact that they
'Cause it
want to
never
do
comes out.
something and have it not be connected to anything, that could be really great, or it could make things worse.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Because it's all still rumors, there's nothing here nor there for me in that. But you know what is here is the fact that Tommy Wiseau of The Room fame, if you guys have seen The Disaster Artist, that tells his story and of making that film, has made it public several times that he would like to play the Joker if and when they recast. And so Nerdist, God bless him, made this happen this week. And you can Google Tommy Wiseau Joker audition on YouTube.
We'll put it in the show notes.
You can
too.
Google it or on YouTube. I don't know why I combined it. They're the same thing. Who cares? But you can watch that, and it's wonderful. Well, that's my take on it. How did you feel about it, Justin?
I thought it was freaking hilarious, dude. You know, he just looked like every bad cosplayer who does Heath Ledger. If you go to like any type of Comic Con, like, oh, that guy just you're not quite hitting it. You hit it too hard or something. Like you are Heath Ledger to like the 10th power, dude.
Dude,
Like,
and there were some really great moments. Like, why so serious?
...
So serious. And the other, so one of the things I noticed too is you look at it, you have this, so his hair is like longer than what the Heath Ledger haircut was, right? And so a few times you see him turn, it's like kind of gathered up in the back to kind of make it look like it's short. It's a mess, man. I love how much of a mess it is. It's great.
It's definitely like you were saying earlier, like it'd be so funny if they just kind of they went this way and split him into
It's weird
like
enough. I'm telling you, if they edited around him, if you want an unhinged, unpredictable Joker, get like an unhinged, unpredictable actor to do it, and then just edit the crap out of stuff.
Is he an actor though?
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I guess he would be considered that if they hired him for it. Like,
why didn't he just try to go for the Jared Leto Joker? Like, why didn't he go that route in his audition? Like, why is it?
This seems like a better fit for his persona.
I know.
Let's be honest.
It's just more funny.
And so, at one point in this video, which was pretty great, you have a stand-in for Batman, and I was like, "Who is that?" And I looked it up real quick. Man, that is Greg Sestero, who made The Room with him, like his lifelong buddy stepping in. And so it's just this connection. It's wonderful. If you haven't seen The Disaster Artist, watch that, because I feel like it gives a really wonderful context to watching a video like this.
So the funniest thing that's on the internet right now is it's a picture. Someone drew a picture of him as a Joker, and it just says, "Why so serious?" Like,
Wiseau. Nice.
So anyways,
I can dig it.
That's funny.
Check out that video.
So,
but you know what? We're going to say, as far as movie news goes, we're saving the best movie news to come out this week for last.
Oh gosh, it is pretty freaking awesome. Okay, so
why is it awesome, Justin? Give us some backstory.
I like when dreams come true. I like when things that you're like, oh, I wish that would have worked out, and then things happen, and people literally move to Hollywood, and they go, we're going to move those mountains. We're going to move the Hollywood sign. We're going to move the actual creation of like landscapes, and we are going to make the impossible possible. Everything just got way more possibler.
Way possibler.
Way possibler. So much like the fabled Two-Face of, what was our guy? Billy D. Williams.
Yeah.
Showing up.
In Lego Batman, like he finally got his chance, right? Because he was cheated out of his role. He was cheated out of his role. Tim Burton. Nicolas Cage is going to be able to finally portray Superman this summer. People are freaking out right now. They're like, what? Did they fire Henry Cavill? What's going on? No. Superman is going to be portrayed by Nicolas Cage in the Teen Titans Go to the movies feature length, which I'm excited about. I don't know, other people we
already
talked about
turned
that.
the show off. They're like, I hate Teen Titans Go.
Sure.
I love Teen Titans Go. It's funny. It's a love letter to DC, and it's the best.
But give a what's the context? You're saying he finally gets to portray Superman.
Okay. Oh yeah. So
for those that
don't know, like in like mid to late '90s, there was a Superman movie by Tim Burton being produced and almost filmed. There is a great documentary called "The Death of Superman Lives," and it is by John Schnepp, and it kind of gives you all the inside info on the whole like behind the scenes of that, and you probably see more of that movie than you'd ever see.
Yeah, because
I mean, you see the costumes and stuff.
It's pretty crazy to see like concept work. Like he tried on costumes, right? Like tested out costumes.
Oh, dude, they have footage of him in different suits, and there's long hair version, short hair version, black S, no S. I mean, it's got everything. Anyways, you should definitely.
Because Superman Lives was going to be the title of that film, right?
Yes, and it was like he came back from the dead. And the script, I actually read the script way back in the day. Like Kevin Smith's script, like before. I think they did some other passes at it, but like Hawkworld's on it.
So
I wish I would have saw this
Let me get this
movie.
straight, dude. So Kevin Smith's script.
Yes.
Directed by Tim Burton.
Yes.
Starring Nicolas Cage.
Right on.
Whoa.
Hey.
Wow. What year was that supposed to have been made?
98, dude. I think they're even.
That is like the most 98 thing to like.
Right.
Like that combination of people.
That's the most 98 thing to ever have come out.
To have never come
That's
out.
the most 90. Yeah. It was the script I remember reading even has Batman in it, and it's supposed to be Michael Keaton Batman, because this is after Batman and Robin, mind you.
Oh yeah.
Like Smith even went like, it's Michael Keaton Batman, like that's who's in this thing. And It has Hawkworld in it. I think it opens up on Thanagar.
What? That's awesome.
What I feel like I remember it opening up on Thanagar in like a bar, and I feel like Lobo was in it. Upset that Superman's dead, or that I don't know, man. Some crazy stuff. And
I remember at the time, just because I don't like Nicolas Cage a ton and stuff, other than to kind of laugh at.
You just don't love America, dude.
What? Nope, that's not true.
That is true.
And so I remember being like, hearing about that almost happening, I was like, dude, dodged a bullet at the time. And now looking back at it, I'm like, that would be kind of amazing to have. It's something to go back to.
I wish that it was something that we had. It would have been like one of America's treasures. Like when people come like 1,000 years from now and they look at what did they create here on this planet? It's people that worship like Nick Cage. They're like, we have found it. We have found the piece of art that
the whole plot of National Treasure would have been different. Oh God, because he would have been searching
for himself.
For himself in Superman Lives.
Oh man, but there was some other stuff in that was like really weird. Like Lex Luthor was going to be portrayed by Jack Nicholson, which would be a complete weird like situation if Michael Keaton shows up as Batman.
Yeah, because then you're like, wait.
Yeah. Anyways, it's Tim Burton, so he didn't care. He was like, I'm gonna use Jack Nicholson and everything.
Gonna use whoever
Mars Attacks.
Want.
Let's do it.
Oh,
so,
Mars Attacks.
Mars
so
Attacks
good,
was
dude.
so fun. So anyways,
but yeah, dreams coming true for Nicolas Cage.
I'm really excited about that. That's gonna be fun.
So it's kind of funny obviously not as big names as Nicolas Cage, but I think just thinking of the kind of out of the box casting they're doing for this is like, oh, I like that a lot. Lil Yachty, rapper, going to be Jon Stewart, Green Lantern, and the singer Halsey is going to do the voice of Wonder Woman.
So I don't know who that is, but
anyway,
I know about Lil Yachty, so that's cool.
So I just think it's fun to have it. It reminds me of. It's still one of my favorite things to happen in the Lego movie universe is to have Jonah Hill doing Green Lantern and Channing Tatum doing the voice of Superman. Like I've talked about that before, how much I love those choices.
Yeah.
And
I want a Channing Tatum Superman Lego movie. That'd be fun.
My gosh.
That'd be so fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they do kind of clown.
You have the bro Batman, you have the bro Superman movie. Yeah. Like that would make sense. I would watch it. You know I would.
Come on, dude. Don't do Gambit. Just do Lego Superman. Come on, dude. Come on, Channing Tatum. Actually, I feel like they're never going to make Gambit, so there you go.
Well, you heard it here first.
You heard it here. That's our thoughts and opinions on that. So.
Not only was this a big week for comic book movie news, but an even bigger week for what's coming down the pike.
Oh, yeah, dude.
For our weekly comic book issues.
Yeah, so DC last week on Friday announced DC Black Label, and I'm like, what the crap is this? Because it was weird. I'm like, because I just read that Earth 1 issue, and my first thing was, are they going to get rid of the Earth 1 books now, or what is that? Is that just a separate thing? That's more of like an initiative than like a whole like publishing like I don't know, whatever, like slate of stuff. But the whole point of Black Label is to like for the industry's top talent to like make their own take on characters, out of continuity,
just whatever they want.
Yeah, and their miniseries.
It seems like it's basically what White Knight has been.
That's what I was gonna
it's
say.
Just like, they're just gonna make more stuff like that, probably.
I wonder if like White Knight was like so successful for them, they're like, we gotta do some more. Like,
I'm sure it had to have played into it. Even if they were having those conversations, they had to have like factored that in somehow. Because it's just huge.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like an Elseworlds type of thing, where Elseworlds would put characters in different timelines and like situations,
right?
And Earth 1 is like a different take on the character, and it's usually like their origin. This just feels like, hey, we're jumping in wherever we want, and we're going to tell a story with these characters. And so,
well, the difference with Earth 1 books too is those are graphic novels, so a contained story within a book, and this is going to be miniseries issues, correct?
That's true.
Yeah, so I mean, to give some of the info for what they have with some of the series right off the bat,
there's 6
they've announced. Titles. So you have Superman Year 1 from Frank Miller. Let's just go down the line and rate how excited we are for each of these. Superman
based on our scientifically proven Let's Go comic show rating system.
Superman Year 1.
It's a go.
Yes, don't go for me. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I haven't liked any of the times I've seen Frank Miller write Superman or someone like Superman, and so it just doesn't seem interesting to me.
I don't like John Romita Jr. Superman. I'm like, it doesn't do anything for me.
It's a double whammy for me, where
Yeah.
I'm not like, and here's the thing. All that said, I'll probably still check it out.
It's just, the only thing with me is I don't care about Superman's origin. Like, we're getting, like, Man of Steel, like, from...
We've had 3 Earth 1 graphic novels
Yeah.
that I feel like cover this stuff. You have Superman, Birthright, Superman for All Seasons.
Yes.
You have
Superman...
All-Star Superman. Like, you have these
origin
things
from Jeff
spanning,
Johns.
Yeah.
That's like, what else are you going to say?
This doesn't seem like something new and exciting, like
Yeah.
as they're branding it. So anyway, that's not a great one to lead off on, honestly, for me. So Batman Last Night on Earth with Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo.
That's a good team.
It's a good team, right?
Yeah.
And actually the concept sounds a little crazy.
Yeah.
And
It kind of sounds like it's inspired by their absolute, what was it, absolute Batman or Batman?
All-Star Batman.
All-Star Batman kind of idea, like crazy balls to the wall.
just
type of Batman.
zany kind of stuff.
So, yeah, Batman Last Night on Earth, it's a let's go for me. Like, I'm really curious. I'm curious about it. Sounds like a good story. Batman in the desert, and it's like he's going to die, and what's going on?
Cool. Next we have Batman Damned by Batman. Brian Azzarello and Lee Bermejo.
Yeah, that one I'm excited about.
I'm not excited about it.
Why?
Well, I don't know. We can get into about why, but
Okay. For me, again, it's a let's go.
Yeah.
I like Lee Bermejo's art.
I'm not a huge fan. I love the way he.
Really? Oh my gosh,
I love the way he works with light and stuff in his art a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love. I feel like it's almost like overly detailed artwork. So it's not my cup of tea. Like
Gotcha.
he did one of the variants for the upcoming Action Comics number 1000.
Yeah.
And it's probably one of my least favorite ones I saw out of those covers. So, and again, I think it's just a preference thing for me.
Yeah.
Interesting story concept. For me, I would give it a go. Like, I'm not like against it, but I'm just not excited about it.
I don't really care about John Constantine so much. Like, it's not like a motivator for me to get this book. It's more of the creative team, which is getting me. Like, I like Brian Azzarello when he did Batman. He did Broken City. It was really cool. I thought he did a good job on that. So, I would like to see some more. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So then we have 2 Wonder Woman titles. Wonder Woman Historia, The Amazons, from Kelly Sue DeConnick and Phil Jimenez. So this is a huge one because this is Kelly Sue DeConnick's. Is this her first, or she's been away from DC in a while? I remember this was like one of the biggest deals that they got for Black Label.
Really? I don't know.
So it's a big deal, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Hey, if you want to actually me on that, totally fine. I can see that.
Well, because she did Captain Marvel, and that's why I think it was like, oh, she was doing Captain Marvel, and now she's doing Wonder Woman. So I think that was the kind of the angle on
to
that.
have her
so,
do a DC book is a big deal.
Yeah. They're like, what? You jumping ships, girl? You going from Marvel to DC? What's going on?
I mean, it's basically kind of semi-creator owned kind of imprint, right? I mean, so they're able to do a similar kind of thing where like, hey, I don't have to adhere to any continuity or anything that's come before. I can just tell this. But you get the added benefit of it being established, big name DC characters. Yeah. I feel like that would imagine that would be an attractive prospect for a writer, to be able to tackle. So I think that makes sense for her to do it. And it doesn't seem like it's like going to be this, DC exclusive kind of thing. She's like, yeah, I'll tell a story with that character.
Yeah. I'm just kind of like go on that one. Just because Wonder Woman doesn't make me jump out of my seat or like want to go buy it. Last time I bought Wonder Woman was New 52, which I actually thought that was a good series.
Yeah, was that the Rucka series? No, he did. He did the initial Rebirth launch.
It was Brian Azzarello.
That's what it was.
And it was Cliff Chang.
Yes.
And so that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I like this cover though that Phil Jimenez has done.
He has did.
I like the way the stars are like shining on her like skirt deal. Like, I think it looks really cool. It's a good like take on the star spangled like skirt. like, I wonder if it's kind of like Troya, her sister, that it's constantly moving the stars and stuff. I don't know. I think that's cool.
I mean, that could be a cool idea if that's what it is.
Someone like spray painted like that lion with Suicide Squad 2 like promos on it. That's weird. Like, why did you do that?
It is. It's a really pretty cover.
Yeah.
I think it's cool.
It's really nice.
So then you have Wonder Woman, Diana's Daughter by Greg Rucka.
Yeah.
So
I don't care.
both of these are just like, sure, like I'm not mad about it, but all right. So there's probably a few other ones too, but the last confirmed, like, hey, this is in the works, is The Other History of the DC Universe.
That sounds
by
really
John Ridley, who is known for 12 Years a Slave and The American Way, which is The American Way is another book. But man, this concept sounds really great. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing: this one doesn't even have an artist attached to it yet.
Yeah.
Or artists, team, whatever it is. But I'm like in.
Yeah.
And this seems like the most Black Label thing of Black Label to say, like, we're going to give you something new, something different with established characters. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I would say that would, because that's kind of what informs my feelings on the Batman stories and Wonder Woman stories, and another Superman origin-ish kind of thing. It doesn't feel. It feels like a lot of more of the same. Yeah. Like how am I supposed to feel about this different than at least the DC New Age of Heroes? Even though I'm not reading a bunch of those, it feels like they're trying to do new things, even if it's still with the same people. Yeah. But this feels like the same characters with the same people. And I'm like, I've read like kind of some of these stories with these characters, with these writers and artists. I wish that Black Label would be like, man, here's this really big name artist that hasn't done DC stuff before, and we got them to tell a DC story that's different. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could do, I mean, I think I reacted with a GIF, like when you posted about it on Twitter, like, hey, like it can be, you can tell other stories than Batman stories, DC.
Because that's the only thing
that's
I
where
saw.
I'm like, oh no,
like,
other stories other than Batman. Why would you ever want to do that, DC? The most sarcastic eye rolling I could do right now. You know what I mean? Like, because I see Black Label and I would be like, what about a really great Flash story? You know? Like, I mean, and obviously he's my favorite, but I read something.
You're an appreciator.
Read something like a month ago, like NPH by Mark Miller, and I'm like, this is a really cool way to tell. I'm like, I found myself reading it wishing it was like a Flash story, like a Flash story. It was that creative and that gripping, you know what I mean, and felt like new. So none of this really feels new except for The Other History of the DC Universe.
I wonder what if this is the way to go with comics now, like just nothing's connected anymore. Miniseries, like, hey, we're gonna do this story. I wonder. I don't know. Like, part of me is like, am I just gonna wait for trades on this stuff? 6 issues. It's definitely made for trade. Like, this is made for you to consume it from like a bookstore or on Amazon is how it looks like to me.
Interesting.
6 issues works well. I really think this idea is great. Like, so it's going to focus on Jon Stewart, Vixen, Renee Montoya, Extrano, who I have no idea who that is. Extrano, Supergirl, and Katana. Like, cool. So let's see these characters.
So, so I think it's 2 things about this, The Other History of the DC Universe, that I think is interesting. So you have iconic DC moments, and charting socio-political gains through the perspective of DC superheroes who come from traditionally disenfranchised groups, which I'm like, thank you. Like, it's not another pandering new character or sidekick or something like that. It feels like something like, let's take what's actually happened in the history of DC Universe and look at it from another perspective. That's not generally told. And I think that's really interesting. But then you also have it says that it's going to focus on the lives of those behind the costumes and their endeavors to overcome real world issues. So it's not like, why is Green Lantern, like taking care of like gang violence, but it's like when Jon Stewart is at home or doing, like someone behind the costume, what has he actually had to live through as a person?
I'm an architect. I have architect things to do. I got a deadline. And I can't use my ring. I don't know. Who knows what he's going to be doing.
So yeah, I think this is a really great storytelling opportunity. That's the one I'm 100% most excited about out of this list of announced titles.
Cool.
So yeah, DC Black Label.
Make it happen. Make it happen, Black Label.
And I think that's this summer.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
Sometime.
That's probably going to hit around Comic-Con. They usually do. Comic-Con
Yeah,
will
that makes
probably
sense.
get more of it.
Maybe the first couple of those.
Yeah.
They probably won't do them all at the same time. I'm
No.
sure.
And then, so finally, a couple more new books got announced. This is it, right? These are the only two new things that kind of post-metal is the Plastic Man miniseries, not connected to DC Black Label.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's a miniseries spinning out of Dark Knights.
Dark Knight's metal. And I wonder if it's connected to Terrifics. Because it's a different costume.
I wonder.
It's his classic
It's
costume.
different. Maybe it's its own thing.
Maybe it is. So Gail Simone is doing that from, you know,
pretty
Birds
big
of
deal.
Prey and
She's
everything.
she's an old standard for quality DC books.
There you go. And then artist Adriana Melo, and I don't know. I've never seen anything she's done.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a familiar creator to me, but the cover that she did looks good. It's just, to me, it just didn't look fun. It looked very serious.
Yeah, it looked
the
almost
character in the
like
background, I was
crime, like
Yeah,
murder
and maybe
mystery
that's
kind
it.
of thing. But I'm like, but having that be the context or the setting, and then him still being
yeah.
Plastic Man could be a fun like play off of
Oh, yeah.
each other.
I mean, I'm going to read it.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be fun.
Speaking of, I'm going to read it. Hawkman series. We knew it was coming
Yeah.
out of Dark Knight's Metal, which is
That's
going to be
right.
wrapping up here in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
So that one, written by Robert Venditti and art by Bryan Hitch.
Mm-hmm.
So
It makes
how
me
do you feel
nervous. I'm
about
like, he is very slow, Bryan Hitch. But, yeah, I mean, I love
He's been
love
doing
Hawkman.
Justice League, right?
He was doing Justice League. He was writing and he drew it in the beginning, and then he stopped for Rebirth. I just didn't think it was a really good take on Justice League, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like right before Rebirth happened?
No, it was he kicked off Rebirth.
We kicked off Rebirth.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
I remember that initial story.
Yeah, I didn't really care for it. And I was going to drop it, but I wanted to get the rest of the covers that all connected.
Right.
So, I like Hawkman. I feel like the last Hawkman book I loved was by Jeff Johns and Rags Morales. It was really good, and it was like an exciting book, and it really delved into like Hawkman's life and him adjusting to like this different Hawk Girl. And I really wish that once Brightest Day happened, we always go back to Brightest Day. Like when they brought them both back together because they kind of reunited Carter Hall with Cheryl Hall, and it never came back due to New 52. And so we got the really terrible Rob Liefeld version, like
Savage
Hawkman with the pointy chin, and it was just didn't have the Indiana Jones adventure that they kind of created for him. And I hope it takes, because I love the idea of Hawkman. It's such a stupid name, but it's fun. When you think about it, it's such a great visual. The mask is great. The wings are great. Like he's got this giant mace in his hand. Like how cool is that?
Even
like,
the way
that's
the
movie I wanna
symbol
see.
is usually attached to, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
His emblem has like that kind of the two straps going across his chest. Like it just looks
He's
cool.
an alien policeman come to Egypt via a spaceship, and like this reincarnation side of it. It's all really cool. Like the way they merged all the mythology to it. And Hawkman's one of my favorite guys, and I'm going to buy this book. Just Robert Venditti does not excite me. And here's why. I'm not saying he's a bad writer. I just didn't love his Green Lantern. And again, he's coming on to something that Jeff Johns did before really well. Like Jeff Johns' Green Lantern, we read it from like...
We read a lot of issues.
We read a lot of it from like 2008, and then working our way back to like when it was done with New 52. And I stayed with him for a while. I think he got off, was it in the 30s or something like that of Green Lantern? I think he went it pretty far as
somewhere around there. He did a good chunk.
Yeah, and so I hope that Venditti has a good angle, because I want to read Hawkman. I don't want it to get canceled. I want it to have a good run. So, yeah, man, give me some Hawkman. Give me, dude. All I need is Hawkman going on adventures and swinging that mace, dude. Swing that mace all over the place, Hawkman, and hit some bad guys in the face. Be tough. And I don't know, man. So we'll see. So Jeff Lemire was previously going to write it, apparently, and I don't know. That was teased last year, and nothing ever happened.
I would have actually.
Yeah,
I would have liked that.
so,
I wonder if that was before he took on the Terrifics.
Yeah, but he did. Yeah, he did the Hawkman Found one shot with Bryan Hitch, so that'd have been kind of cool if that was the follow up. So, anyways, there we go. All right, Matt. So, due to my crazy day, I didn't go to the comic store today. My heart was broken. It was sad.
No floppies to smell.
Dude, no floppies today, in sight. Dude. Having no floppies is bad. Like, I think everybody should get some floppies.
Yeah, especially
no
if you had a chance.
Yeah.
Mr. Miracle number 7 came out this week. I'm excited to read that once I get to the shop.
Oh, man. Mr. Miracle. Mr. Miracle, Mr. Miracle. All right, so since one of the holidays that our nation just embraces every year, whether you're Irish or not, is St. Patrick's Day. It is happening.
Yes.
And
the green holiday.
The green holiday. Everyone in America and probably Ireland celebrates this. I don't know how it does outside of the borders of our country, but people love
green clothes,
to drink.
green beer.
Like, don't pinch me. I do not need to be pinched. But we're going to kind of give a rundown of our top 10 favorite green characters. Now, there's the rules, Matt. They have to either have a green costume, a green theme, or maybe green skin. All right? They can't just be like, hey, they're kind of green. They're new. They're like a new character.
Or they have a lot of money, which is green.
I'm rich. Bruce Wayne. Batman somehow made it to this list.
Gosh.
Yes. I'm rich. My superpowers are I'm rich. Yeah. That's more Donald Trump. I'm rich. Huge. Got a huge house. Huge.
All right. Are you doing this in order from
No, I'm just going to go
least favorite to favorite? All right.
But I probably will end on my favorite. So that's just how I tend to do lists.
Yeah. I feel like we're going to overlap on some of these. So
I have 15 things.
Whoa.
But I'm only going to do 10.
Okay.
I have alternates in case you say something.
Alternates.
I know we're definitely, there's not a huge assortment of green characters.
Yeah.
I know we're going to have crossover, but I'm trying to find a few where it's like, okay, we don't have the same one. We can give everybody as much green representation as we can. So that being said,
let's kick it off.
All right.
I'm going to go for low-hanging fruit here.
Yeah.
You don't even have to think too hard about the character or what they look like or anything, but you have Green Arrow.
Why would you call him low-hanging fruit?
Because it's easy to think of green.
I feel like he's at the top.
I mean low-hanging fruit, and you don't have to think that hard to think of who are you going to think of? The characters that have green in their actual name. Green Arrow.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Oliver Queen, outside of TV shows, is great. Great character.
I love
Good guy.
Good guy.
Pals.
I love him. He's a good dude. All right. So that being said,
I know I just took one of yours.
I know I did. I put him down. I moved him off my list. So I'm going to go with Swamp Thing.
Nice.
Swamp Thing he's from the green. He controls the green. He is such a fun, he's kind of a tragic character, not really a fun character. He's a very tragic character. I like reading him when he's done well. I kind of like him when he's a guest star more so than the main. I think I enjoy him more that way, but I would like to read more Swamp Thing, actually.
I mean, there was that run. It was one of my favorite things from the New 52 was Scott Snyder, Yannick Paquette doing that
was
run, and it was real good until he left the book. And then it was not as good.
I got Batman stuff to do.
So I don't have a bunch of alternates like you do, so Swamp Thing is also one of my top 10.
Hey!
Just say that there.
Well, there we go.
All right. Next for me, Dr. Doom.
Oh, dang. He's not on my list.
That green hood, that green cape, all that metal.
Man, yeah. That's good.
Still one of the best villains in comic books, I would say.
That's one of those characters like, dude, Marvel, please get the rights to do him. He's like one of their best and they can't do anything with him. They're like, let's make really terrible
Except
iterations.
for the Julian McMahon version and whoever the dude was that played it in the Josh Trank version that I still haven't had the heart to watch.
We need to watch that and do commentary.
Oh, man.
That should be for April Fools. We do Fantastic Four commentary. We'll do it.
Sounds good.
We'll make that happen somehow. Probably not.
For all those people that are going to have a copy of it to watch.
Yeah. Anybody got a copy? Send us a copy of Josh Trank's Fantastic Four. And we will see that.
All right. So you got next on your list?
Next, I picked Brainiac.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Brainiac's green, but he's like a really cool Superman villain when they do him well. And not the cyborg 80s version, but straight up like the collector of worlds. And I like Brainiac. And he's really fun to use in Injustice 2 as well.
Yeah.
So Brainiac, he's a great Superman villain. Please put him in a movie at some point in my lifetime because I would like to see that. I think it's a cool concept. And he's green.
Nice. I will say our good friend, the Incredible Hulk.
Yep. He's on my list, too.
Not easy being green.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's definitely on my list.
I don't even need to talk about it.
Really?
Why?
Gamma. Well, gamma radiation's green, right? No?
Sure.
Okay.
I will say, like, we're watching back through the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies with the kids, like, kind of selectively, not going through, all 17 or whatever it is.
Just hits.
They're
all hits.
But we watched the first Thor, but then kind of felt natural to watch Avengers after that. And so...
you're supposed to do Captain America after that.
I know. We've already seen it, though.
Oh, okay.
I'm really trying to get him through the Thor movies, but I was like, Avengers does have pretty key, like, Thor things and Loki things. But, man, like, the Hulk in that, like, the little bit he's in there, it stands up so well. Like, it's so good.
In Avengers?
Yeah, it's still so good.
Yeah, it's. I love everything.
It's just done really,
Ruffalo.
really, really well.
Mark Ruffalo is a good Hulk. I'm always gonna wonder, like, what happened with what's his name again?
Ed Norton.
Ed Norton. Like, would he have fit? Would he have lasted? I don't know. It's one of those. It's like the Nick Cage Superman.
It's one of those nerdy conversations that
maybe he can voice him in a movie.
Not many other people are going to care about.
Yeah. Well, if you're listening to this show, you probably would.
That's fair.
This is the one place you can talk about it. It'd be like, yeah, we would like to hear more thoughts about this. So
fair.
All right, John Jones.
Yeah.
The Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter, man. He is definitely on my list as well.
And he's green. And he loves
so
Oreos.
green.
And he's yeah, man. I want him to be in a movie one day. He's like the heart of the Justice League, and I'm like, come on, dude. He
think they'll have to kill him off of Supergirl first?
No. Well, if Flash can be on both shows.
I know, right?
Why not?
Maybe they'll open that up.
And I'm sure Supergirl will be off there in like 2 years. So
by
that time, John Jones will be in a movie.
I'm going to go another villain.
Uh-oh.
The Riddler.
Oh, dang. I didn't put Riddler on mine.
Yep.
He is definitely green. He's got purple pants sometimes.
Yeah. But I'm thinking like Batman 66.
Oh, yeah.
Green leotard.
Yeah.
You know what's going on.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's awkward for everyone
That
involved.
Got really awkward.
So, all right. Next one for you.
I put Beats Boy. Beast Boy. Yeah. He's got his Beats by Dre. He's ready to rock out. Yeah, I like Beast Boy.
Also on my list as well.
Really? There you go.
Such a good one, man. And almost in every iteration, too, that I've seen him in.
Except he was red in New 52.
Remember? Oh, yeah.
He was part of the...
That's true. I more meant like the old Teen Titans cartoon, Young Justice Season 2. He was fantastic. And Teen Titans Go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's fun. He's
crowd favorite.
He's my kids, one of their favorites.
Yeah.
Beast Boy. He has said some of the most inappropriate things that my 5-year-old loves to repeat. Thank you, Beast Boy.
Thanks, Beast Boy.
Thank you for all the toots. I got toots for days. That's one of Oliver's favorite things to say. I got toots for days. There you go. Thanks for telling the lady at Target about that. All right, so...
Next one for me is The Vision.
Oh, okay. Vision.
He's prominently green.
I feel like he's more turquoise in the movies.
What?
Right?
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about like comic books, man. He's like fine. Green and red and a little bit of yellow.
Don't try to wear turquoise on Saturday. I'm going to pinch you, dude.
Okay. I'll take note.
I'll pinch you so hard. All right. Vision. That's cool.
Yeah. He's a cool character, man. Between like seeing him in the Marvel movies a little more and Tom King's book from a couple years ago.
99 cents.
Freaking good.
I got the whole thing. for 99 cents.
99 cents digitally on Comixology.
Yeah.
If you can catch it in time.
I was thinking about The Vision yesterday.
Yeah.
Matt literally got off mic. He's like, what?
What?
I feel like The Vision could have just totally took out the entire team of the Avengers in Captain America Civil War, FYI. Like, he could have wiped everybody out. So just put that in your... Next time you watch Avengers, not the Avengers 3, you watch Captain America 3, pay attention to The Vision. You're like, where's he at? Why is he holding back so much?
He's holding back. And I think that is...
intentional? Or just
absolutely, it's absolutely intentional in my opinion, and it also is an aspect of what I've talked about liking about Superman, by the way, just as a side note, that he could like do whatever the heck he wanted and rule everybody, but he intentionally chooses not to.
Yeah.
All right, so that was Vision.
Yeah.
What's next for you?
Next for me is Jade.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, the original Green Lantern.
A little deep cut.
The Golden Age Green Lantern's daughter, Jade. I really liked her more so in the 90s when she was dating Kyle Rayner, Green Lantern. But then she started showing up in JSA. It was just, I don't know. I liked legacy characters. There's something about... It was such a good way of bringing new characters in, but having them tied to, like, older characters. And it worked. And it was like, oh, people cared about them, you know? And so I like Jade. Jade was cool. You know, she had... the powers that they used to pulse on her hand, and she was able to become Green Lantern based, but it was actually a part of her DNA. So it's cool. I like Jade a lot. So there you go. Jade.
Right on. Jade. All right. This one isn't one character, but a group of characters.
Oh.
And that would be a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, dude.
You didn't have them on your list.
Didn't have them on my list.
How dare
we don't
you,
have
sir.
a lot of doubles. But, wow. That's good, dude.
Yeah, but how could you not think? I mean,
currently on Injustice.
They're not necessarily Irish, but they are very green.
They're Irish, but they don't have to be Irish.
I know.
It's like, who else is on here?
St. Patrick's Day.
And Banshee, and that's it.
Right?
It'd be Banshee and Bullseye. Just two blokes.
Ninjas who love pizza and skateboarding and partying.
Yeah.
Why not?
That's like all of me except I don't know ninjutsu.
Green and ninjutsu.
And I'm not green. There you go. There's
turtle.
Two things.
There's
Matt,
a few
I'm
differences.
actually green. Do have a shell. There you go. All right. So my next is the Green Goblin.
Ooh.
He is a fun character.
He's a fun guy.
Yeah, he's a fun guy. And he's got
throwing those
pumpkin bombs. And
pumpkin bombs.
He also knows how to party. He just parties a different way. He's that guy that comes over.
He just parties
Stop throwing pumpkin bombs, bro. Don't come to my house and throw pumpkin bombs in my house. Hey, Gobbly, stop throwing pumpkin bombs.
Gobby.
Who was in the bathroom? I don't know. There's a broken pumpkin in the toilet. Son of a Norman Osborn. He wears the scaly tights. He's like, hey, why are you wearing scaly tights?
Scaly tights.
He's like, he put his outfit together. He's like, damn, that looks good.
Sometimes
elf boots,
scaly
tights.
You wear the scaly tights.
He's like, for fun. So yeah,
the stretchy pants.
So, anyways, Green Goblin.
All right, dude.
Classic villain.
Last one for me, and I think it's another obvious choice. Green Lantern, dude.
Nice. See,
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Green Lantern.
I put Green Lanterns as a concept.
Oh, as the idea of Green Lanterns.
I love the Green Lanterns. It's hard to love. It's hard for me to nail
the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, the Green Lantern Corps. There you go.
Although we all know if you had to pick one, easy choice for you is Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner is on my list separately. I have Green Lantern. I have Hulk, John Jones, Beats Boy, Jay, Guy Gardner.
He gets his own mention outside of his own group of characters.
He did have his own book, but he had a yellow ring when he had it. But before he was Warrior.
We're not going to talk about Warrior.
No. Oh, Voldarian. Yeah. So Guy Gardner he's just one of my favorites. He's such a terrible person, your favorite. But I love him. So I feel like it's me.
There's this kinship you have with him.
I see myself in Guy Gardner. Bowl cut,
especially the bowl cut. That's primarily
it. And then I had some honorable mentions. I don't know if you have any.
Go for it. I've exhausted my list. Well, I thought of Polaris from X-Men.
Oh yeah.
Or Fire from Justice League International.
Yay! Fire was on my list. And I was thinking about her because when Dan Jurgens took over writing the Justice League of America comic back in after, I think right before Superman died, he just did not get who she was. He wrote her as a ditzy, more ditzy, and more like airheady, and that wasn't who she was. Like Keith Giffen and James DeMatteis really had her voice, and I'm like, you ruined the character, dude. Like you ruined her. Like you didn't know how to write her. And anyways, so I think what I loved about the TV show is in my brain, I never gave her the accent. And on Batman Brave and the Bold, they gave her the accent.
Yeah, totally.
And I think on Unlimited,
because she's South American, right?
Yeah, she's South American. And her and Ice, because Ice is like Norwegian or some Icelandic or whatever. So it was cool to that kind of finally gave me a voice. I'm like, oh, there you go. So I got to reread all my Justice League comics with Fire and Ice.
Yeah.
Like,
anyways, with the accents.
Yeah, with the accents. So Fire was on there. I put Inertia, the Reverse Flash, basically, the Impulse. Yeah. And then I had Mysterio, good old Quentin Beck. Yeah. And finally, I had the Green Ranger.
Yeah.
And his little flute.
Tommy.
So,
man.
Yeah,
that's a
Green
good
Ranger,
one.
dude.
That one's for you, DeLon.
There you go. DeLon, I know you're
Green
out there.
Ranger.
Hit him up. Harold
He's probably
DeLon.
pulling his hair out the whole time, like, say Green Ranger.
So, he already turned it off. It's like, no, go back. Go back, dude. The Green Ranger. Come on, man. So, yeah, that's
fun. So
we
if
didn't say She-Hulk.
No
one said She-Hulk, huh?
St. Patrick's Day.
No one said She-Hulk. That wasn't one of our favorites. She-Hulk or Red Hulk? Come on.
Let's just say Hulk.
You have to hang out with one of them.
The Hulk as an idea.
As a concept.
As a concept.
Gamma rays as a concept. Okay, fine. So there you go, dude.
The gamma concept.
The gamma concept. So there you go. There's our list. If you feel we are wrong or you disagree with any of these green characters, hit us up. Add us. Yeah. You can add us.
Or maybe you don't need to argue with us. Maybe if we forgot some and just bring up some more, we could talk about green comic book characters on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, it's fun. Like, maybe we'll post some pictures of them or something.
Dude, if they wanted to do that, how would they do that on social media, Justin?
Just add us at Let's Go Comic Show on Twitter and Instagram. It's so easy. It's so easy to do.
So easy.
You can tell us.
Just contact us.
Yeah. Twitter's the best, though. Twitter's, I think, more fun to publicly talk. But
totally. How do they find you on Twitter if they want to at you specifically?
You can at me at J_Rocca, and you can talk with me.
Nice.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, and you can find me at Matt Ritchie, MattriChey.
Yes, you could
on Twitter
because I gotta.
Oh, the mask.
The mask. Is he green? He's green.
Dang it! The mask.
Honorable mention. The mask.
Man, okay, we're taking people's jobs from. We just gotta.
there you go. Someone was like, "Damn it! I had the mask. He was on my list.
That was mine."
So yeah, you can also visit www.letsgocast.com where you can find this show and the Let's Go podcast and the Start Today podcast. You can go there and also click on that merch tab and then go and click on it and then buy some merch. Every purchase goes back into the show. It doesn't go into my pocket. It just goes into a little account called my Let's Go account. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go buy some buttons. So I'm going to go do these things. And so if you become a Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/letsgocast. Become a Patreon, and we'll send you some of these fun things. Because I actually have a few little trinkets coming, and I would love to send them to people who help make the show happen. It's just our way of saying thank you, and our way of also saying thanks a lot. So
thank you.
Yeah, thank you, and thanks a lot. And if you're broke, we get it.
Thank you, and thanks a lot.
Go to iTunes, look for our show, and leave us a 5-star review with positive things to say. Say, man, this show just lights up my life. I'll help you. Today, go to your computer right now. You can go to iTunes, go to the iTunes store. Doesn't matter if you have a PC or a laptop. Everyone has access to the iTunes store.
That's right.
Just go to letsgocast.com, and where Let's Go Comic Show is, there's a link right there. You just click it. It'll take you there. And you go and click the little 5 stars and then say, I really enjoy listening to this podcast. It's the best comic book podcast out there, next to the other ones that I enjoy. You know? So do that. That helps put the show up in the ratings so other people will find it. So there you go. Is that good, Matt? Are you good? Does that satisfy you?
Thanks for hanging out with us,
thanks for hanging out with us.
Have a great...
Sorry we read no comics.
Have a great St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Yeah. Go pinch a butt. Go pinch one of those booties.
What? No.
Go pinch a booty.
Do not do that.
Go pinch a booty and let us know.
There are times to not listen to Justin's opinion on things.
Don't do that.
That is one of those times.
Don't invade people's personal spaces. Like if someone's not wearing green, just accept. Maybe they don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Maybe they're not Irish. Maybe they just don't look good in green, right? Not everybody looks good in green and purple. Not everybody's Lex Luthor. All right. So there you go. Words of wisdom. My name's Justin.
I'm Matt.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.